I met Ishi professionally. Then we started bonding very well for common causes of health, and then we evolved and grew together. But of course, I cannot forget the fact that she was a modernite, an average modernite, and I was a brilliant modernite.
Excuse me.
And you say you haven't known me for a
Data-
long time.
Huh?
Data needs to be reviewed.
Yes, I was supposed to be a brilliant modernite. Initially, thought ये बच्ची मेरे से 10 साल 15 साल छोटी है, मुझे क्या
लगती
सिखाएगी?
क्या है?
Like, I take you as my guru, I take you as my screen saver. जिसको देख के हमेशा मुझे लगता है कि कम खा मत खा छोड़ दे खाना, इशी ने बोला है.
Health, Nutrition and I with Ishi Khosla. Produced with support from the Illness to Wellness Foundation.
Welcome to another edition of HNI. I have two wonderful people with me today. Dr. Navin Dang, a dear friend, philosopher and guide, and has been a partner in all the work that I'm doing with respect to celiac disease and gluten-related disorders. Back then, he was the first doctor, among the first, who have started testing for gluten-related disorders almost 25 years ago. And he has been an absolute rock-solid support in my mission through the Celiac Society, which we started in 2006. And he's passionate about many other diseases as well, including tuberculosis and microbial resistant diseases. And also we have Mala, who wears many hats in my life. And at the moment, she comes with a huge experience and background about nutrition and health, owing to her personal interest and, of course, her being a part of India Today and media many years ago. So, Dr. Dang.
Ishi,
Yes,
wait.
Ishi.
Before you say that, you forgot to say that Dr. Dang's middle name is not Dracula.
Huh?
Yes, though lots of people consider me as a person who sucks blood. I draw blood. I draw blood, and with that drawing blood, I give you something which you can never imagine can be happening. You give me blood, I give you health, and with health, I give you your reports, and with the reports which you get, you can take to your doctor, and who will treat you accordingly. Dr. Dang's lab stands for quintessential quality.
I tell my patients, whenever you're confused, the gold standard is Dr. Dang.
Unlike
Thank-
you, Ishi, I also have patients like you who come to me because I'm the younger you. So I tell them, if you've not got your blood work done from Dr. Dang's lab, I don't want to see you.
Thank you
Aren't
for
you
all
impressed
these
with
kind
me?
words
Yes.
and compliment Kamala, but I think I hardly see you in the lab nowadays.
Because I'm scared of needles, doc. It's as simple as that.
But I'm there to handle the needles and to make you feel comfortable.
Don't
You're
remind me
the
of
only
my
one I
son.
keep demanding your time, but anyway.
Anyway, so it's always my privilege to come out here and give me the opportunity of looking after you, of seeing to you that you always keep on providing us with the excellent services as far as entertainment is concerned. Your music festivals, your passion for what you do, the trips which you organized with the best of the artists along with you are something which are phenomenal.
Thank you.
And as far as I'm concerned, I'm a boring doctor, but I love my profession. I chose to be a doctor. I wanted to be a doctor, and I am a doctor. And for me, my priority is my patients only, and doing work with people like Ishi, who always keep me motivated and make me doing things which never existed.
And
I-
take several foods off your dining table
Thank you.
also. Right?
That's a part
Absolutely
of
right.
giving life to people. But I have to second that and stamp that as a personal experience. And I think every patient who has been to Dr. Dang has his personal phone number. And if there is anything off, Dr. Dang will personally call you. So getting a call after 4 p.m. if you've given your blood, be prepared, there's bad news.
No.
No.
Or
Not
the other way
always.
around, I'll say
Not always.
sometimes people who are not doing well, like my chemotherapy patients, I give a call to them after 4 o'clock and tell them, yeah, you're doing much better. You're on the road to
Glad to hear
recovery.
that. My heart sinks if I get a
Lots of
call.
people claim that their hearts sink, but at least किसी का दिल तो मैं कम सुखाता हूँ. And I always remain grateful to you for the fact कि आपने मुझे सिखाया कि सबसे ज़रूरी चीज़ ज़िंदगी में सेहत है. और जब मैं सुबह उठता हूँ ये भी आपने ही सिखाया कि पहले शुक्राना करो कि मैं उठ के अपनी सेहत में बिल्कुल ठीक सेहत में उठा हूँ. मैं सांस ले पा रहा हूँ, हाथ हिला पा रहा हूँ, अपना काम कर पा रहा हूँ. तो इसलिए मैं आपका हमेशा आभारी रहूँगा और एक प्रकार से आपको अपना गुरु मानता हूँ जिसने मुझे इतनी सारी चीज़ें सिखाई हैं.
Thank you for those very, very generous and kind
एंड
words.
आप यू हैव बीन द पायनियर इन गट हेल्थ. क्योंकि मेरा ये मानना है कि इन स्पाइट ऑफ माई पैशन अबाउट ट्यूबरकुलोसिस एंड एंटी माइक्रोबियल रेजिस्टेंस एंड सो मेनी अदर डिजीजेस, gut health is something which is extremely important.
There's a quote which is ringing in my mind when you said sehat, that a man may have 1,000 dreams and you take away his health and he has only one dream.
Health, Nutrition and I with Ishi Khosla. Produced with support from the Illness to Wellness Foundation.
Yeah.
So
बिल्कुल ठीक कहा
actually,
आपने.
It's people like you who actually make a real difference. You know, I can keep doing my music, somebody can keep writing, somebody can be on television, but the interventions that you make and the kind of care that we see, you know, when people come to you, I think is phenomenal because you make that real contribution in helping people realize their dreams. Like you said, without help, there are no dreams.
I have to admit here, Mala, that as a student of nutrition, as a young practitioner of nutrition, I never imagined the impact of what I was doing.
Yeah.
And we always looked at nutrition and diet as an adjunct to mainstream medicine. But that diet could be the medicine and transformational to the extent that I see with my patients when we do gut health was something which has evolved in my practice. And therefore, I'm getting deeper and deeper, diving into the gut, and there's no end, and there is so much to learn. But truly, when a child goes back into education, a child who has always been at home tutored, and not only being home tutored, not making any difference, he's not studying, and to going back in a matter of a few months to studying, going back to school and getting his 10th and board exams and 12th board exams, and today like a model, he looks and he's in command of him. These are transformational and so gratifying. And really, what is underlying all this is addressing gut health. And many a times, Dr. Dang, I am getting things, I'm seeing things which are happening to people by default, but they are not, because they have never made the connection. And even in this particular case that I cited, this boy came for obesity, right? And I found the problems in his diet, I found the markers which were to be addressed, and by default, these things just changed for him. And like that, whether we look at, say, skin conditions, we look at hair problems, we look at mood issues, we look at, I mean, mental health to physical health, we look at even coronary arteries. A 70% increase in size, and the stenosis is changed by 70% on an angiogram between 1 year and 1 year of treatment is by default. I wasn't even looking there. But when I get those feedbacks from patients, it's totally worth it.
If you cannot detect, you cannot treat. If you cannot treat, the patient health keeps on suffering.
Absolutely.
So the first yard is to detect and diagnose.
Yeah.
And that is where we come in. When a patient goes to any physician, may it be Ishi or any other person, the first thing is to diagnose. Now for a disease like gut disorders, I do not want doctors to order too many tests. There's something called a clinical acumen, which they should make use of and ask for the necessary tests. But for a a condition like celiac or GI related disorders, some tests become mandatory. Like I say that every individual should get themselves tested for a few essential tests for them to be having a healthy lifestyle and a healthy upbringing in children. One of those important tests is testing for celiac. Celiac was a disease which was kind of unheard of. At least I had not heard of till 25 years back, when I was introduced to this disease by Ishi Khosla and plus a few other pediatricians. Like I remember Dr. Anupam Sibal coming to me and asking me, "Do you test for celiac disease?" I had no answer. I remember a senior doctor by the name of Dr. Puri, I think, who was
Yes,
in
Puri.
JB Pant,
Yeah.
who asked me a similar question. And I came back home and I said, "What is this celiac?" And as I'm used to and being a compulsive reader, I read in detail about it and started doing this test. We were not even getting maybe one test in 6 months. And there was temptation that I stopped doing this test. But no, something told me that this is an extremely important test to be done. Now I'm getting from 1 in 6 months to it came down to 1 a month, now once a week, now we are doing 10 a day. Because
Wow.
the awareness has changed so much. You must have read my comment in Times of India about a week back, Delhi Times,
Yes.
where I said that nothing has changed when it came to pollution was concerned. But here, with the effort of Celiac Society, with the hard work put in by, I'll say, Ishi Khosla, lots has changed. The awareness has been created. We are doing nearly one event a month to create awareness in different parts of Delhi, in different parts of the country, with different segments of society, to tell them that how important it is to look for celiac disease and to take yourself off gluten if and when required.
Doc,
Yeah.
I just want to make the distinction between celiac disease and gluten intolerance, right?
Yes.
If you generally feel unwell, I'm saying, and you're getting your annual testing done, would you then recommend as two professionals that this should be a part of the annual checkup?
No, because this test needs to be done once. It can't be done every 6 months or every year.
Okay.
That is an unnecessary expense incurred to the patient.
But if you've never had this test and you are generally, in not great health, would you recommend that this test be done
Yes, of course.
as part of a
When
process?
patients walk up to me and ask me कि हमें बहुत प्रॉब्लम्स हैं, पेट की प्रॉब्लम है, सिर की प्रॉब्लम है, जोड़ों की प्रॉब्लम है, किसी प्रकार की प्रॉब्लम हो, तो मैं उनको बोलता हूँ कि चलो मेरे करके, क्योंकि बिकॉज बाय ग्रेस ऑफ गॉड my patients trust me and they know that I am not going to suggest any unnecessary test. I tell them कि एक टिश्यू ट्रांसग्लूटामिनेज यानी टेस्ट फॉर सीलियाक यानी फॉर ग्लूटेन डिजीज यानी फॉर वीट एलर्जी ज़रूर कराइएगा. आप इम्पैक्ट की बात कर रहे थे माला जी. द गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया अंडर आवर ऑनरेबल प्राइम मिनिस्टर has also made millet such an important part of our diet. Millet growing, millet farming, millet foods are not only style, they are essential
Alternate grains.
alternate grains. So like I myself, I'm now taking more of alternate grains than wheat itself. So
I thought you were on a gluten-free diet.
yes, I'm on a gluten-free diet, but alternate grains are much better than taking only wheat.
Absolutely.
I'm not here to run down wheat.
Absolutely.
I'm here to just say that for a better health.
Health, Nutrition and I with Ishi Khosla. Produced with support from the Illness to Wellness Foundation.
If you're allergic to something, you can be allergic anytime. You can develop an allergy anytime, right? It's not necessary that it's intrinsically in you.
Allergy is what is used for people to understand the problem or a sensitivity to wheat, but it's not the typical IgE related allergy, which we know has different manifestations. It's like instant reactions, like sneezing, coughing, rashes, vomiting, and all of that. So, an allergy is a different pathway.
Allergy is essentially IgE based,
Okay.
and celiac is not IgE based. Allergy is something in which you develop a problem immediately soon after being exposed to the allergen.
Health, Nutrition and I with Ishi Khosla. Produced with support from the Illness to Wellness Foundation.